What do we have here?
If the store's not open, build it yourself.
Look, now the stove's white.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Stop.
We are at the belly of the beast. It looks like a sewer clean out in the basement of an old farmhouse,
It
don't it?
does, yeah, look.
That thing don't sound good.
So I don't know why I play myself like that all the time.
I don't know what's going on here.
So good, I loved it when I walked in.
Work. I think the owner of the truck is about to show up.
You know what that is?
You're looking radiant.
It's Sunday morning. We told you guys when we went to the hill climbs in that video that somebody was doing something real sweet for us.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get it.
Yeah, we waited till it got cold. Here we go. Heat's in the tools.
That's right.
We got the little Bobcat. We was going to take the mini excavator, but it won't start.
It's real cold here right now, you guys. Like, real cold. So we're heading.
Everybody says, why don't you put heat in your C50?
There it is. So we're just heading over to Oregonia, which is right down the road from us, and we're going to load up a surprise to show you guys.
The real reason it don't have heat, for all that you wondered, is because I didn't want to drive it in the winter.
And we always drive it in the winter.
It's the best thing we got. It's
Yeah.
the trailer toter.
I know.
We need a new truck.
I know.
Miller's Campground, are you listening? We need a new truck.
Got it out ready. We made it.
Argonia.
Jeremy, what is this? Tell us about it.
46 and a half Ford, and the reason Dad always said it was a half a gear because there was a split window in the front or the back, I believe. I don't really know.
Yeah.
This was Dad's retirement dream,
Nice.
and he's passed on, and I'm loving to get this thing come to a new life.
We'll definitely give it one. What was your dad's name?
Howard Combs, everybody knew him by Junior.
Howard
Drove by
Combs.
this car for 20 years at least, sitting right behind that fence. I think I remember it together. Was it ever rolling around out here?
Oh yeah. The frame for it's right back over here. Frame engine, all that.
yeah.
That tree's growing through it right now.
I wonder how we'll load it.
I'm wondering if we can't back the trailer up to it and maybe somehow or another hook to it with your machine and drag it up on there if you want, or
That'll pick up I don't know if that'll straight pick, but it's so high, I'll figure it out. As long as we don't drop it, we'll get it. That little machine will do quite a bit. Figured it.
lights. And I got the hood, doors, trunk. I got it all in the background.
Oh yeah.
Step one was moving this.
Somebody
thing
did
out.
some work to it.
Dad was tinkering on it right
Somebody
here.
welded the fenders or bondoed them or
I
something.
think he went Bondo crazy, looks like to me. Dream.
How are we gonna get it on the trailer? I'm still thinking. Let's just hit it with a hammer till we figure it out. That's how I do things.
Need a bit of
I just wanted to know you figure it out.
Can we get underneath it with some 4x4s maybe? Like the center point, so we lift it slide in.
I did, but I had to convert to plan B. No plan at all.
There's never actually a plan.
No.
It's seriously heavy, but it's gonna be bulky.
Yeah, around your straps there.
This is where I get crushed.
Oh my God.
Give me just a sec.
Yeah, no problem. They say we'll get you out.
Keep it from blowing away. If I had an organized shop, this would have been done already.
Nothing's ever easy.
I didn't jack it up. I'd say 4 young men could lift it.
We're fresh out of those. I know. You're hung up on that rack.
Just spin around, then they just keep the distance. I was thinking that I was waiting for you to show up.
Oh yeah, baby.
Right, just shove over. Tearing the grill off. I like that.
I do too. I love that.
That was his dad's vision. Somebody.
I love it.
Hell yeah,
His
man.
whole goal was to make a smoothie with electronic open doors.
Yeah.
The whole sleeper wrap rod out of it.
Heck yeah. Would you look at that? We're on there, baby.
Man, Hey,
Man,
never doubt yourself.
that's right.
That was a good idea. I was thinking that, but I was also seeing myself flip off the trailer, but
Well,
it wasn't that heavy. We didn't even hurt the roof.
I know. Just gotta take a second and think about it.
Look at it.
I know, I'm so excited. He's on there.
Parts, I forgot about.
He's on there, baby. I am. I just want to get this on the trailer. So I met Jeremy on Facebook over a year ago because I put a post out about wanting some metal artists for our car show to come and do some demonstrations. And a friend of mine connected us, and that's how we became friends on Facebook. There goes the hood. Look, sweet. I'm excited. So Jeremy does some awesome artwork, and he has a YouTube channel too. I'm going to put it down here for you guys, but I'm going to go around and show you some of the stuff that he does. I love what he does. So hold on. Let me flip this around. These are all random nuts that he used to make this a mermaid. I love it. There's a little baby mermaid around here somewhere. I'm going to find it. And he's got these awesome snowmen that he created. That one's so cute.
Taking orders, custom making.
Yeah.
$40 a piece.
Yeah.
Break $500 for a table.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing too, is like,
Oh, it's nice to see a hole starting up like that.
yeah, that always feels good. All right, we've got it loaded up. It's got a bright future ahead of it. Tell me what your dad had in mind for this.
Dad wanted to drop this down on either a Mustang or a Camaro frame and make a really sleeping rat rod out of it. Smooth doors. He loved the old hot rod finishes. After we was talking at the hill climbs, I was thinking putting it on like a four-wheel drive frame or a Jeep frame, make a rock crawler or something like that out of it.
Nice.
In the same true vision as was that Dick Banjo? Is that the name of the truck? Yeah, something along those lines. That our kind of artistic vision. I think it's in a perfect condition for that.
It's going to be totally unique. We can guarantee you that. And we're definitely going to drive it, and it's going to go some awesome places it's never been. So
It might take me a minute to get to it, but I'll get to it.
I know how it goes.
Yeah. Everybody says everything we build, oh, it looks like MadMax. That looks like MadMax. Maybe it's time to build a MadMax car. Wasteland.
Take
Dad
it.
loved MadMax.
Did he?
Artistic welder himself. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, then that's a perfect theme, I think. That would be
Something like-
awesome.
I never realized this until like I got back, me and her got back together, and I'd show her things I had built and stuff. Everybody builds something, right? A puzzle, a house. But a lot of people follow a blueprint or they follow the instructions. I don't have no instructions, and I can already see it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to worry about the blueprint because I can already see it. I can see myself driving it.
Yeah.
Done. Like all black with some shit on it and leave it just the way it is. No, I don't like body work, so we're going to run it.
I think something fun.
We'll put like some expanded metal in here. Get rid
Yes.
of that. Expanded metal to win. I mean, we won't worry about.
Yeah.
Make it go. Because if you chase perfection, this is too far gone.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you just build anything you want, blank canvas, and throw art at it,
I already know I want to use the gun barrels that you gave
The
us from the
parts are
fire,
really
so
the
that'll
parts
be
that-
in there too.
that would be
Those will be a
awesome.
part of it. I already have that thought.
So at our car show, we took a cruise and we went around Little River and back. So we didn't go this far, but a lot of people that came to our show, they want to know where we're at.
Yeah.
So we're just right down the road from where we took the cruise. And I went to pick my son up at his grandma's every day, and most of the time I'd come down through here because she lived out past Clinton, Massey. And I've seen this car here, and then I'm 45, so I know this car's been sitting there 25 years.
25 years at least.
Yeah, so you always drive by this fence and you just see the.
December 1st, 2024.
I know
It's on the move.
I know it's nothing similar, but for some reason this car reminds me of Biff. And it was a convertible.
Okay.
Like, remember Back to the Future when he was chasing McFly around?
And
And he hit the shit wagon. And all the shit dumped in the car. We were at Trader's World the other day looking at Hot Wheels, and they have a Hot Wheel of Biff's car
With the
this
shit in it.
So, who knows? Maybe someday this will be a Hot Wheel.
Yeah, you
All
never
the
know.
parts are in great shape.
I
Since
know.
25 years.
I can't
Look at
believe that.
dust.
I know.
That's 25-year-old church dust.
I'm actually real excited
Where
for
are
this.
we standing? What was this?
This was the it turned into Cornerstone Church of God Pentecostal Church. Before that, it was just the Oregonia Pentecostal Church of God, the church I grew up in. Dad was on the pastor's council here, and then when they moved to Lebanon, they sold it to him. 93, Dad started a welding business out of here and ran a successful fabrication business for another 20, 30 years out of here doing that.
And you said that originally it was a blacksmith shop.
Originally, the very, very furthest part, the block building in the back was the blacksmith shop, and then it got handed down to the church. The church built out, and then it was one thing after another.
That's awesome.
The four-wheel drive S10 on a full-size frame.
Yeah, that was the Jimmy. Yeah, I took a 76 frame, cut it down, and mounted a GMC Jimmy up on it.
So that's what same idea as you're thinking. There's a full four-wheel drive square body for $200. Four-wheel drive. But hey, that's cool.
That is really cool.
Church on Sunday, did you?
No, I didn't know. That never happens for us. This is our kind of church, though.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jeremy. Tell us your YouTube.
The socials.
Yes, tell us your socials.
Jeremy Combs Metal Sculptor on all platforms. I do three-dimensional sculptures. I teach how that I do them.
That's amazing.
And eventually going to move into other woodworks. I do cabinet making. I also do cooking. Jeremy Combs Cooking on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all the others.
I love that so much. Jeremy's awesome.
Something that would be cool would be something once we get it built, once we get it working on it, would be something from you for it.
Dang.
A metal sculpture right in the back.
Maybe
may not even have a back seat or just something.
Something that reminds you of your dad. You know what I mean? Or something that could
be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love that so much. We would love that so much. And hopefully you make it out to our show this year. That'd be cool if you come out and set up and chill.
This is my year for shows.
Yeah.
I'm planning on running the circuits this year.
I would love to see there some of your work.
So we have the gun club in there, and that's always been my dad and my grandpa's thing. But on the other side of the field, it's 300-yard field. On the other side of the field, close to where me and her live, I want to put a movie screen up and have vintage cruise-ins.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just any, I don't want a minivan festival.
No.
Just have like old car movies or just something you don't have to pay a bunch, just whatever. You know what I mean? 2-lane blacktop, easy riders, shit like that on, and just have an open element cruise-in like once a month during the summers. Because cruise-ins are closing down because they can't.
Drive-ins
are closing down because they can't stay profitable.
Mm-hmm.
But we just want to do it for fun.
Right.
I love that idea.
Projections have come a long way. People just watch movies on the side of a building now. So we just get us a. We're gonna make it happen. We gotta do some figuring.
Yeah.
Size. If we have an old bus, I thought about cutting like 4 foot of the bus off and leaving the frame rails. I seen this at Land of Illusion, and then like just bury the bus like the last 5 foot and let it stick straight up in the air, and then build a screen off of it.
Yes.
Yes, he said. Yes, he said. Yeah. We got big ideas. We're all the time working up new ideas.
So it's cold, but it wasn't that bad. That went pretty smooth.
That was really smooth.
Jennifer's idea. Put it on the trailer. That little thing will do more than you think. So you're my age. Did you ever watch like the Waltons growing up?
Oh yeah. I'm currently watching Little House on Prairie.
Bonanza, Waltons, all that shit we watch. And one day we were watching the Waltons, and old John, he sawed wood for money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was great, joyous occasion because he was making his last payment on his sawmill, and Ike Godsey, who owned the general store, made a bad investment, and he was going to have to close the general store unless he got a loan, but he couldn't get a loan, so they all was looking at John, So my Bobcat, I bought that thing 6 years ago and made every payment. So as I was loading it, I'm like, one more payment, it's mine. I owe like $300 on it. I just need to write the check, send it out. So hopefully we'll have to refinance it to save the sawmill. That's just things you think about.
It's true.
Equipment's always a good investment.
Somebody bought this car new.
That's right.
1946.
That's so cool.
They woke up and they said, we need a new car. We're tired of this war. This is the first year they made cars.
Wow.
Yeah. 40. There's no 44s.
That's crazy.
There's no 40. There's some 42s. There's no 1943 cars. There are none.
Huh.
You cannot Google a 1943 car of any kind in America. 44, 45s. I've seen some 45s and then 46 because they used everything for the war.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
That's wild.
There are no cars. They made cars then, but they were army cars and Jeeps and shit like that. So.
All right.
That's cool.
Probably that mandatory steel buyback and everything else they had going on.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah. And people would actually take cars back then, like during wars and the Depression, they would take their cars and they would turn them into pickup trucks because you got more fuel rations if you had a pickup truck.
Oh,
So
wow.
you see some of the old Model A's, they call them rickshaws or whatever.
Yeah.
And they actually just cut them and cut a sedan and put a bed on it. And that's
Wow.
a pickup. So it's weird. But who knows? They may quit making cars again. They did during COVID. So
Oh, gosh. Well, we've got a few. All right. Well, let's get this baby home. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Look at this. Look at this get up. He's dad built. This is hilarious. Rear steer. Welcome back, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. That is what today is. We are so thankful for you guys. So we're kicking it off filming for our Sunday video today. It's just Sammy and Tim and I and the puppies today. So we're just gonna make a nice little dinner for ourselves later and do what we do best, and that's just keep working. My mom is visiting some family today, which is exciting for her, but she also, I talk about my mom a lot because I have the best mom in the world. She messaged me the other day after watching one of our videos and said, "You're getting your Christmas present early." And I said, "I told you not to get me anything. 41 years old, don't spend your money on me, it's fine." 2 days ago, Wanda's into it. She wants to know what's going on. Now this will be there. 2 days ago, this showed up on the porch, and it's incredibly heavy. And the box on the outside, all you can see is it says industrial. Well, it's an industrial sewing machine so that I can work on my seat covers. I'm so excited and thankful for this. I'm gonna get so much use out of this, and you're gonna get to actually see me use it. So let's open it up together on Thanksgiving. Why not? I hope you guys, Wanda, that's too much. You'll get your old snout cut. Get. I hope you guys are doing whatever you enjoy doing today. We appreciate holidays and the time that it gives us with our family, but we spend a lot of our time together, all of our time together. So days like this are just another day for us. We appreciate everything that we have and the ability to do the things we do every day. So cannot wait to open this up and see. It's really heavy, like probably I'd say 60 pounds, I'd say. High speed lock stitch sewing machine. Oh boy. I'll probably in over my head on this, but I've never used an industrial machine. I've used the at-home sewing machines. Obviously, you guys know that, but this will be our first to go around with this. I don't even know the best way to go about this. There's a box inside of a box. You know how we always talk about that. One. That's enough, sister. There ain't nothing to snack on in there, girl. For her, there is. She'll eat anything. We got it. Wanda's the best dog in the world, but she'll eat socks, she'll eat plastic, she'll eat rocks, she'll eat anything. So you gotta keep an eye on her at all times. There's gonna be some assembly required here. I should have known. I always just imagine opening a box and that like I'm gonna pull it out and everything's gonna be ready to go and I can just get going. But that's never how it works out, so I don't know why I play myself like that all the time. Remember the grill while we were in Illinois? I thought I was gonna open that box and be able to cook us up some pork chops, and I had to put it together. I should know these things. I'm not complaining, and I'm actually really good at putting stuff together, so it's not a big deal. It'll be kind of fun for me. I was hoping I could just reach in here. Look at this fancy stuff. It looks like an aluminum something on a car. God dang belt. Holy shit. This is, listen, I'm gonna have to read the instructions on this. Ain't no doubt. They give me a little oil bottle. Here I sit thinking I was just gonna pop her out of here and we were all gonna have us a good ooh and ah over how awesome it is. I don't know what this is. Is this thing hydraulic? Is this the overflow tank? Antifreeze in it? Oh man. Ooh-wee. You guys get out of here. Oh, that's the lid for my overflow tank that I heard from. I have to set all this stuff down. Sammy's over there quietly eating pancakes. He wanted pancakes for lunch. It's 1:30, so who am I to tell him no? I know he ain't gonna eat turkey later, so I'll just make him some pancakes when he wants for his Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I have to stand up. I can't do this.
You know where the weight room is? I'll check it out.
This thing is so heavy. Oh my gosh. If I set it down, you won't be able to see it. Oh. Dang, dude, this is like an anvil. I could do some leg presses with this. This is awesome. Well, I don't think that it's gonna be any more difficult to use than my original one. Maybe I'll have to look at how I string it up. Looks like I got an example in there for us. All right, so I'm afraid my table won't hold this, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna take this over here and set down because it's honestly like so heavy it's breaking my freaking legs right now. Digging into me. Oh boy. We are most definitely gonna have to get the manual out on this thing and put her together. So what are we gonna name the sewing machine? Let's think about that.
Big day around here, new sewing machine. She's over there working on big industrial sewing machine, box so heavy, can't hardly carry it. And she says it ain't got no cord. And I thought, well, maybe it's just missing the cord. Maybe you got to get your own SO cord and run it. And then I said, Google people using it. And then she shows me, then I see pictures of it and stuff. And then I see a freaking pulley. It's a pulley. You got to run that with a fucking bicycle. Or a hit and miss engine. Tell me about your first.
My poor mom tried so hard, so it's not that I'm not grateful, but this has to go back. This is not gonna work.
That's like in Sleeper Dude when he went to the Henry Ford Museum and they had all the machines running off pulleys.
That's what I'm living with, and it's not gonna work for me. So
she's gonna get Sammy.
I gotta box this disaster back up.
Gonna get Sammy on his bicycle to run it. He's a dog today. So that's what's going on here.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
All right, I was working on a little fab work while I was waiting on it to warm up in here and making some brackets for the front suspension. Basically, I got 2 brackets here. These will go on the side, outside the frame, come down. We'll have our bolt through there for our single fucking rod, whatever you want to call it, mono link that comes up, goes through here. So basically, this will mount to the frame, and then we need to box it. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make this a weld to the frame, and then our box part will weld to the frame. So we need to make 2 more pieces like this, and we just need to get over there and see how long they need to be, and then that's what we're doing. All right, here we are at the belly of the beast. So basically, this is what we got. Here's our link coming back. This will go up here like this. This is our running board mount. We're going to try to keep that there if we can. It might be in the way because I have a plumb bob, actually naked plumb barber set up where the existing front axle was. Well, they had tiny tires, 15-inch rims, small tires. We have big tires. It looks a little better with it stretched forward about 2 to 3 inches. So that I had room back here. I had all this room. But then when I got the fender on and I started looking, I was like, well, I like it this way better. So that's what we're going to do. We got plenty of flex here and these, and we got more adjustment. Get back here, man. You put a little grease on those so they'll stay in. But what we're going to have here is a 2.5-inch wide opening. So we need a 2.5-inch wide bracket. We need this bracket to go like that. And then we need to build another bracket across to match it. Hopefully I got a marker on me. Yep. So what we need to do is build basically. All right, let's go back to the table. Back to the table. I went to the steel yard the other day and they had a surplus of 5/16 metal, but I want 1/4-inch thick metal. It's easier to punch holes in. My hole punch won't punch holes in that stuff. It burns it up. So what I ended up getting was a massive plate of 1/4-inch steel, which is 6 inches wide. I only need these to be 4. I was trying to find some steel that was 4 to save me a little cutting, but it didn't work out the way I wanted. So I'm cutting it by hand out of this plate, and I'm just leaving this because I don't want to waste it. So I'll keep cutting what I want. I'm cutting it pretty precise, so excuse me, I'm not wasting it. So we need to measure from this line down and make another mini bracket, and then a flat plate, and then we'll tack them and we'll start building gussets. Follow along. All right, still fabbing. So, yeah, we got our inside piece made, one of them. Getting ready to trim the other one. And then I'll show you a little trick on how to sand them. Save time. Make sure they're the same. No fancy tools here. I got a plasma cutter that would cut that, and then I'd have to clean it up anyway. I'm just going to cut a line and a line and a line and a line. You watch me do the other ones. It's actually pretty simple. You can actually steer it, curve it a little bit, but it won't go the whole way. So you curve it a little bit, then go straight out, and then come back in. Same thing they taught you in shop class. All right, now I'm gonna line them up, clamp them, and I'm gonna grind them together. Save me one whole turn. Start racking a pool table.
Rack them. I'll
So I only have I'm using a 3/4 bolt. It's tempting. I have a brand new 7/8 hole dozer, brand new, that'll drill right through those. I don't have a 3/4. Now, if you ever use a hole saw, the hole's going to be a little bigger than that. They're not precision. So what I would end up with is a sloppy hole. So I'm going to just go ahead and drill my pilot holes, line them up. If you don't have the stuff, don't stop. Find a way and keep going. And I'm going to drill them together. That way it saves me another chance of having to do it over and messing up. All right, now you can start seeing what I'm building. So this will go against the frame. The screwdriver's just holding it in line because it's perfect size. This is our joint. It'll come in like this. We want to put a little spacer in there so we ain't all the way tight. So when we weld it, this will go in and out without being in a bind. So we need to get a measurement on our back strap here. So get this guy straight, get it straight. We know the table's straight. All right, now we want a piece that'll go along the back here, and I'm gonna cut it not to where it'll fit in or cover the top, because I want a nice little weld there. So I want a nice little edge to weld on. So if we're about 2 7/8, that'll give us a little lip there, save us a little grinding, trying to clean it up. And on the back side, it can be as long as it needs to be because there's not going to be any interference. So on the back side, we want it to be 3" So we need a piece 3" by 2 7/8. So we'll just get some of our strap here we cut. And it is almost 3 perfect. So let's cut us a 2 7/8 piece. Let's cut them. All right, before I cut them, I'm gonna show you a little trick I do to save work. So that's gonna be hard to hold when I'm done, but I can clean up 3 sides and I marked both sides, so watch this. All right, starting to look like a bracket. So we're going to tack this on 4 corners. We won't weld it because we want to make a top plate too that'll go against the frame. So it's starting to look pretty good. If the store's not open, build it yourself.
Woo! To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
All right, nice and easy. We still got to drill those, don't forget. We ain't done yet. So now we need to cap that with a frame piece. This is how it'll look from the front coming in. So now we want to put a piece on here for the frame, and we'll overlap that a little bit on each side so we can get a bolt. I'm going to punch 4 holes in this, then probably put a plate on there with holes in it. I'm going to box the frame, but I'll probably bolt it on there. It'll never come off. You know the deal. I build them one time, and one time only. Snap-on Max screwdriver's a perfect fit. Okay. We got this piece left over and it's already got a mark. I know those two pieces are the same size. Let's use our work we already did. Let's take the time to clean it up. Before we cut it in half, let's clean it up. All right, it's still Thanksgiving. We're in the belly of the beast here. We've been building these brackets all night. Well, however long it took. I don't know if it took all night, but we got them built. Right here, custom made. I still got to drill the holes in them, but we can set them up there, see how we looking. So these may be in the way, and that was poor planning on my part, but I didn't know I was going to move the front end forward. We need to move the front end forward. So here's what we got right here. This is my joint. These keep falling out. They will until the end of time, whenever that is. So I get a bolt in them, I guess. So, get in there. They fall right out, then you can't get them back in. You know, felt like a child. Hard to deal with. Okay, so my plan is for this. I haven't even test fit it. Slide it up in there. Let's lower this down a touch. Okay. I'm liking it. Let's get a clamp on it. Oh, so do by yourself. Huh. Let's put the old driver in it. Few things are in our way. This ratchet strap for the transmission is in our way. Of course. This bracket for the running board, I want to try to leave it there. I think I can make it work. So that's a big booyah. Let's see here. Put a jet clamp it on it. Right, why don't you just slide it? Well, because. Shut up. Okay. Now, she's looking good. Whoop, whoop. We need a bolt. We drill a hole. We drill a hole. We drill a hole there. We drill a hole there. We put 4 holes in it there. Or we just weld the whole thing on. I like it. Nice and clean. Rounded. Let's move that. There we are. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, ride height, this will come down. I'm building it at an angle. I got coil spring tower coming. I can't wait to get those in. And then, yep. So, big tower coming from rough stuff, tough stuff, rough country, whoever the fuck. But yeah, that'll be fun. That's coming soon. We ordered those 12-inch towers for a 2.5-inch coil-over shock. That's what we're going to run up front. And then this big mono bar that's made out of trailer hitch material, 5/16 thick. It's thicker than just 1/4 inch. And then it'll just be a single bar on each side with a pan hard bar, track bar, solid heim joint, 3/4 bolts going across. Well, no, we'll go smaller than that. 3/4 heim joints across the front for a track bar. Kind of the same setup I on Dick Banjo, but this is what I wanted to do, Dick Banjo, with the springs. I wanted to have coil over springs, so we'll get it. We just ain't got it yet. All right, here we are on the driver's side. Let's see how it fits. Oh, there's stuff over here in the way. Gotta get all that stuff out of the way. There's a brake pedal and everything up in there. I forgot about that. Yep, we got some bolts to take out right there. We'll make that as solid as it could be. It'll have to break the frame in half before it rips loose, which could happen. Could tear the frame in half, like in the movies. Should be going down the road still with the front dragging. You never know. It's gonna be fun though. It's always fun. All right, I got the brake master cylinder bell linkage off. I should have filmed it, but it was just a bunch of me cussing trying to get 1940 fine threaded bolts out. They've only been touched twice, on their way in and on the way out. You know what I mean? Bolt, zip! Which, I don't know if that'll even do me any good. I got room to box it here. I got me a 1/4 inch here because I'm gonna box the frame, so I left me a 1/4 inch. When I go in there, I can weld that down. I'd like to have a double saddle. I'd like to have a double saddle that went over there, but the frame wasn't boxed yet. We need to keep moving, so I ain't even ate yet. Fixing to. We're about done for the evening. All right. Now we just got to measure that about 500 times. Use reference holes from the frame. That's the best thing to do. A lot of these frames have the same holes. I can already see these 4 holes are the same. Hole in front, these holes right here, they're the same over here. So we can kind of go off them. We have adjustability in our links right here. We got, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. I try to leave as much adjustment as the joint. We got 1.25 inch joint, so I have 1.25 inch sticking out. There's more than that in, 2.5 inch in. So that's probably gonna do it for tonight. Tomorrow's Friday, day after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna get in here and fasten these up, get these holes drilled, get bolts in it. Man, didn't take nothing but a little bit of time. We got her going. All right, we're back. I went and got me some 3/4 inch hole saws today, and I got to drill a hole in each side of these. And then we got the punch machine out. We're going to make some holes in this. So let's get started. Best way that I can drill a precision hole is with a hole saw, nice and slow. Give her some lube. It's very tempting to go as fast as you can so you hurry up and get done, but you will burn your drill bit up immediately. Go nice and slow, use some lube, take your time. Oh. Almost. Nice precision hole. Hole saws for the win. They don't wobble around. They work good. All right, we got our holes drilled. We're moving right along. These are turning out nice for homemade. Could have bought them, searched online forever, but I just bought 1/4-inch steel, started making them. Very strong. You can see where I got a good weld through there where it started turning blue. So what we're going to do now is we got our old hole punch, China 2000.
China, 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 China.
That thing don't sound good, man. It does not sound good. I think I burned it up as soon as I got it, but it's punched a couple hundred holes since. What we're going to do is we're going to take this bracket. We're going to put 4 equal holes here and one here, one here. We'll weld it on, but this will get us going. We're going to completely box the frame before we do all that. So I've already checked it and it will fit through there. So let's just make us a line there and a line there. Inch 7/8. 4 3/8. 4 inches wide, so we're just going to come in 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. All right. Inch 7/8, 4 3/8. Mark it. Whack, whack. 1 inch, 3 inch. 1 inch, 3 inch. All right. Little iron worker, little Ezekiel. Let's see what you got in you, baby. Get a little mushroom head action on there eventually. I need to order some new dies. All right, didn't have to drill nothing. Now we got 4 holes. Let's do the same to this. All right, well, we got 4 here, 1 here. We'll drill another one in here. That way we can bolt it on. All right, that thing has, I put a video online of this thing. It's like, I don't know, 600,000 or a million views. People in there talking shit. If you talk shit about a $200 thing that does that, you are a dumbass. I don't know how many more times I have to say that. If you don't like a little Zyko for $239 for the punching, I mean, those are 9/16. Those are half-inch holes, millimeter. If you don't think that that's a good deal, I don't know what to tell you. 'Cause that's a terrific deal. It just punched 10 perfect holes. Actually, it just punched 5, 11. That don't make no sense. Punched 12 perfect holes. I think that's a great deal. So, now, that was easy. They're ready to go. Miller built. I wish I had a little stamp. Old Bello on YouTube, Mike Bello, he stamps his parts he makes. So they're ready. They're about ready to bolt on. Then we can put the bolts in. We can make the front end work. I think the owner of the truck is about to show up for a reveal. When she brought me this truck as a customer, she wanted a lowrider, something she could go to the family farm in. We don't have a farm, like a farm market. She wanted to go to a farm market. She wanted black with green wheels and nice little V8. That's what she's getting. She's getting a V8, it's black, green wheels, about a 10-inch lift, and axle move forward 3 inches, and small block with fender well headers, and 3/4 ton axles, green army wheels with boggers. That's what she's getting. Hey, she'll be all right. She's gonna like it, trust me. All right, I'm gonna grab some drill bits so I can pop 2 holes in the bottom so I can bolt those brackets on. Be right back.
Hello.
Got me a camera person. Cameraman! What's up?
What you been up to?
Working on this?
It looks so good. I loved it when I walked in.
Custom build, you hadn't seen it?
No, not like, I
Just
mean,
through editing.
yeah. I haven't been down here in a few days. Sammy's been out of school and we've had all kinds of fun stuff going on. Birthday parties every day of the week, I feel like, so.
Strip the
This
front
looks
end,
awesome.
strip the rear end. Made this link out of hitch tubing, 2-inch square stock, thick as hell. Made this bracket. All right, here's one. Been doing precision work. Here's the bracket, drill holes. You can't buy better than that. It's welded all the way around by me. I broke out the hole punch.
Nice.
The controversial hole punch.
Why is it controversial?
Online, I got that video, and people are calling us hillbillies, and because we grunt.
Oh yeah.
You ain't up to date.
Well, no, I
It's
didn't.
got like 900,000 views.
I don't keep up.
Sometimes I accidentally get popular.
That's fine.
I need to get down and drill another hole. I about broke my wrist a couple times doing it just now, so it might be worth watching.
That's awful.
I gotta do some double checking real quick. Hold on a minute. And I want to make sure this is in the same place on both sides. So I'm just gonna find something to measure off of. Hopefully there's one of those on the other side. And that is 53 5/8 to the middle. My bracket is touching it. This is where we're going to get into some rocket science. 53 5/8. Let's see if they did it right back in the day. Yeah. $53 3/4. It's a quarter out. I deal in quarters though. Well, I guess, you know what I mean. So back in the day, people say new cars are hard to work on. Old cars are kind of hard to work on too. Because if you didn't have no brakes back in the day, this is under your floorboard. And this mounts to the frame, and this mounts to the frame, and this goes to the pedal. And then this works this. It's all froze up. So when you hit your brakes in the 40s, when you hit your brakes up here, so your brain's up here, and you say, oh shit! And it goes all the way down into your arm, into your leg, and it hits this old wobbly pedal, and then it's supposed to push on this, push on this, push in on this, and work. And if you ever needed fluid, there's your old lid. It looks like a sewer clean out in the basement of an old farmhouse,
It
don't
does. Yeah, look.
That's where you get your brake fluid at. So when people went over the mountain and crashed, it's because of this. All of that. Everything I just said. Seals. Seal up there. One line come out.
Oh wow.
And work. They call it a single circuit. There's your switch for your brake lights. Junk. Don't need it. Try to hire a cameraman so we can both be independent workers. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Think it'll work out?
I don't know. We'll give it a go.
So
We have one person in mind.
we'll see how it works out. So probably gonna break my arm again.
Oh God, don't say that, dude.
Armageddon. Break my arm again. Ouch. What day is it? Friday.
Friday. It is Friday night.
So nothing's time. Alright. Probably gonna have to loosen up U-bolts and stuff. But on final assembly, everything will get NICs, locked down, everything. But you know how it goes. Build it 2 or 3 times. Yep. I gotta do a little kick and watch out.
Oh.
Kick it down and smash my legs on camera. How'd you get views? I cut my legs off.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Okay. I need you to pull back on that tire.
Push
Maybe
it
stand
forward
up,
or
pull back on it.
towards me.
Hold on a second. I know a better way. I don't need you to do that. Pull back on it. Hold on a second. Don't move. Get in there. I can't get up. Let me see here. Give me a piece of that. You can let go. Give me a piece of that steel right there. Ouch. All this, and I get to just take it right back off. Okay. All right. What we got here is I'm gonna drill 2 holes under here to bolt them on. The cab will come off and we'll weld all that on. All that'll get welded on. But it ain't getting welded on yet today because cab's in the way. Might be something else in the way. So, break my arm here real quick.
Oh gosh.
Alright, take it all back off. Sucking already? And I ain't even through. Battery's gonna die! Come on, baby, don't let me get up. It's not gonna get it, is it? Oh, Nina. Shit!
Look, now the stove's white. That's wild.
Shock towers are on the way. So once we get the shock towers on and make a track bar, the front will be mocked up. We just got to do the steering. And then we got to mock up a rear end. So it's moving along.
Quickly.
Once they roll, you get real excited when they roll. Them old drill, Teddy arm breaker. Bad battery. Come on, man. Just get there. We're on break.
What do we have here?
You gotta read the fine print. I always just went in there and grabbed silicone. And the other day, I told you to go, yous aren't running around. I hate to leave if I don't have to. And I said, will you stop by and get some of that silicone? She said, the black stuff? Because I told her I like to use the black stuff. It never leaks. She came home with this, right? First glance.
Mm-hmm.
What's that look like? That looks like it'll work.
Same thing.
All right. So I started looking at it, and I don't know why, but I just kind of was reading the print, and it says, black adhesive sealant. And where'd you get this at?
Walmart.
In the automotive section.
Yeah, automotive.
Silicone RTV. And I started thinking it said general purpose adhesive. And then it said interior and exterior use. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? Weather resistant. I flip it over on the back, and this is an all-purpose black silicone adhesive sealant. Not recommended for engine, gasketing applications, or windshield installation. What would you use it for?
I don't really know.
Like a leak in your floor? This is basically that stuff we slap. What?
I don't know.
What do you do with it? So, I started looking, and I was like, Dick Banjo, got 3 axles. My whole life, I didn't believe in using the gasket for a rear end cover. I always used blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I was watching TV or one of them Saturday morning things, and they said black's better, black's better. So I gave black a try, and I liked black better. But I don't know what this shit is.
I don't know.
So I put a rear end cover on Dick Banjo. I crawled under there upside down like you know, I don't know, like I was in a crawl space. And I glued the cover and I stuck it on there and I waited a little bit and I put fluid in it. Everywhere we go, that thing just leaks and leaks and leaks. And I don't understand why it leaked. Maybe sometimes you make mistakes. But then I got to seeing this shit, and I probably just walked in there and I probably did the same exact thing you did. And that's got to be why that's leaking. So we're going to school here. Don't make this mistake. What we have here is the right stuff.
Yeah, look.
Ultra.
Ultra black. The numbers
That's
are
the only
different
difference,
too.
and it shows an oil pan. Ultra.
Yeah, that's the difference.
You guys that are watching this, you're going, well, no, duh, you're stupid. It was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
And when you got this laying there, and it's the only one.
Yeah, that is what they had. They
So-
didn't have the Ultra. They just had that.
So when you got that sitting there and you're ready to just grab one, you grab it. Well, there, that's what silicone RTV. Off you go. Well, I don't know what the difference is, man. So today I was at the store and I picked up 2, and then my awesome sidekick showed up with 2. So these are for like fixing your kid's pool or something.
I don't know what they're for. Inner
I
tubes.
don't know what you would do with them.
I don't know, man.
I guess around your window, but not your windshield. So let's not mistake those. That was just a little Tim tips, man.
Yeah.
Make sure it says what you need. This says ideal for older vehicles.
I know. That's why I got it.
And this says high temp applications. But then it also says, you know, ideal for headers, manifolds, slip, fit, exhaust ports. That's a lie. If you glue your headers on with this, it's going to leak like crazy. So get the ultra black. Don't get the black adhesive sealant. or the ultra blue.
It looks like the same stinking packaging, so just beware.
All right.
Buyer beware.
So Mike Voltall gave us this brand new intake. Now I got a problem. I'm confused which one to use. I got so many options.
I didn't know.
Let's look at the cover. See if they show a Mike Voltall looking intake on one. So here's the head. That ain't it. Here's the valve cover. That ain't it. We're in between that, you know. We're the intake manifold. So I'm just being silly, but I'm going to use the black. I like the black.
Oh, God.
Let's finish drilling this hole.
All right, we had to charge our
bracket,
battery.
and then we're going to throw the intake on real quick.
All right.
Because we started that in the last video. And that's hard to film by yourself. So that battery's dead.
Yep.
And we got big plans for in here.
We do.
I removed the crummy shelf. The petroleum-based shelf is gone. And we got a few awards up there, chart toppers. And I just was messing around with the deco. But that board is what I was telling you about, was off the side of my first rat rod I built.
I love it.
So that it was useless for anything else. But I figure if it gets too heavy, we tie a wire up to the old locust. That's when you went out and cut you a locust and made you know, it's cool. But we want to have this area cleaned up, start doing a little podcasting.
I'm excited for that. I was supposed to bring the box down for us to open it, but I forgot it, so I'll have
Who do we
to.
want to podcast?
I want.
Automotive people
Yeah.
or just interesting people in
I think that we would. I think it would be fun to podcast like interesting people we've met along the way. You know, we've
Yeah.
met some really interesting people with some really interesting stories and backgrounds, and
So the reason we want to do this, I think, is why you came up with the idea, and probably why I came up with the idea, is sometimes we just meet people for short periods of time. Like Darren and Julie came here that night. We
Yeah.
were here at dark.
right.
And if we could have had a warm, it wasn't cold then, but if we could have had our stuff where we just throw it together,
Yeah.
sit down.
Tell us
Tell us about
all.
your journey.
Yeah, tell us all about yourselves. That's the kind of stuff we want to do. So
Did you ever break into a gas station when you were younger, Darren?
no, I don't think he did.
I want to ask the tough question. Well, I don't think he did either, but I want to hear him say it.
I know.
So just like, I tell you, who'd be real interesting. I just thought would be probably one of the most interesting people we've met in the last 18 months. It's got to be Ike.
Oh God, yes, I'd love to get him on here.
Ike ain't afraid to travel.
That's the truth.
We need to talk to Ike. I don't know if Ike watches all of our videos. We put out a lot of videos.
Depending on who it is, like honestly, with us having the Airbnb next door, if you go to travel, we might put you up for a night in the Airbnb, and we
out to
do
eat.
go out to eat and do a nice little podcast. You know?
Ike's from Hazard, which is touches at my heart.
Yeah, same.
And Ike, if you've ever been to a big car show, or if you've ever dealt in
You know who Ike
higher end
is.
stuff, you know who Ike is. So Ike, and then just basically whoever we meet.
Yeah, I mean, like that's part of the fun and adventure of our journey is all these interesting people we meet, and definitely.
Dixie Customs was here.
Yes. See,
And they
like
were they you don't get a chance to talk, but they've been shown a lot more of before they moved where their stuff was. They've been doing a lot of longer videos, and Chevy videos, and they towed. It'd be interesting just to get them around here.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Hear what people have to say.
So that's something fun we have coming for you guys. We don't know exactly when, but we're getting geared up and we're trying to figure it out.
I say, oh, tell us who you'd like to see. Well, if you have a chance of knowing them and you actually think we can get them down here, then let us know.
Anybody, for
Let
sure.
them know.
Yeah, let them know.
Let's drill this fucking hole.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay, so we usually keep it clean. We don't cuss a lot and stuff. But when you MF'd about your burnout, that was a high point.
That's really me though.
Some of your fans got tickled to death about you MFing about your driving.
Well, that's
dad.
really me in my
A lot of
life.
people don't know about like stories about your dad. He's passed away, so a lot of people don't know the crazy stuff about the NASCAR trip and all that. I want to interview you. Maybe that's how we get started.
interview each other.
Yeah, I got derby pictures and stuff. I mean, I got.
Oh
history.
yeah, I do
We
too.
could get down. We could get down and dirty.
You should see the red square body Sammy just pulled out with a picture of this morning.
You could tell them about getting your temps and driving to Georgia. I could tell people about robbing all them banks and getting away. What? Friday. Friday. A lot of people get famous by roasting other people, but we just want to interview you.
Yeah, we're not trying to roast people. Just stop. That was so stupid. Oh my god. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Take a break for that.
We just took like a 20-minute break to charge a battery for that. That is
I mean, I got 10
hilarious.
batteries.
Oh my gosh. That was so hilarious.
That's how you are when you get in an attic. So these batteries now have an indicator.
Yeah, they
Full-
tell
full
you.
Price,
Yeah,
full
yeah.
charge. But the old ones didn't. You'd have to get in somebody's attic, run a wire, crawl. You have to get up there and drill a hole so you come down the top plate. God dang, if you wouldn't get all the way back here and start drilling, and the army crawl all the way back, start drilling, and your battery do that to you. Make you hate life. We're just gonna put a snug fit on these. Because like I said, when the cap comes off, we can weld all that. Podcast.
It'd be fun.
It's gotta be somebody that's willing to talk though. I mean, there won't be nothing bad.
No, never.
But can't dry up. Can't get nervous. Well, that one was sticking up better. It was. Give her a little MC.
Hammer time. Go.
That's how you do it.
Yeah?
Everybody, what I'm telling you, what I'm sick of is everybody in Florida, and I'm right here.
I know, but Rhiannon just texted me that it's raining there right
Who?
now. Jimbo's wife. She
That
said
sucks.
it's raining there right now.
That's gonna ruin that night cruise. That's
I
a
know.
real good time.
That's the funnest.
Okay, are you getting a good idea of what's going on here?
Yeah.
Look here while we're using this frame.
Ouch.
It's straight. Look how straight it is from front to the first curve to the last curve. It's a straight blank canvas. Perfect C channel. It's not bent. It's not damaged. We're going to box it in here. We're going to get the rear end in it. We don't really have the perfect rear end, but I have a rear end, but I don't have a perfect rear end. But that's a big step, man. That looks pretty good, don't it?
I think it looks real good.
We'll finish them up better. But I made those last night. Yep. Jitty joking. Look up. There you are back here.
There I am, right behind
We're
my
going to need a
truck.
new shirt.
Yeah.
Updated shirt.
Yeah.
You're going to have the only one.
Yeah?
Are you going to off-road it? Are you going to wheelie it?
You know that I'm real mild in my driving.
Yeah, that's something I should also mention. We build them for our own taste, and if you've ever rode with her, I have to remind her that the Escalade she drives has 300-something horsepower. She's only used 80 of them. All right, let's do one more job, and then we'll do one more job here, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
All right, Mike brought us this intake. When he showed me a picture of it, it was like candy apple red. And he's like, you could have it, but he lives 4 hours round trip away. Then lo and behold, he sandblasted it and it showed up here. I'm gonna vacuum it out real quick. I'm gonna show you how to throw it on there.
Same test.
So stupid. Oh my god.
All right. Here's another example of where the silicone is better than the gaskets. So the gaskets I give you with these, wherever they're at, they're crappy little rubber strips and they'll blow out. So, see,
Yeah.
I got a shirt down in there. You definitely don't want to leave your shirt in there, but I didn't want any debris down in the motor. I've already changed the oil. So these guys will fit here, this side up. Look for that. These are Fel Pros, so these lay in there like that. You see what I mean?
I do.
See these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to not use these yet. We're going to put us a bridge of silicone on there.
Okay.
We're just going to let that sit for a few minutes. What color do we use?
You have your choice.
So I just like the, here's why I like the black. Because a little of it will push out. The red gets everywhere. The blue don't match. The red just looks better. Oil flexibility, high flexibility, and oil resistant. The red will hold the heat a little better, but
So listen, on the Vic Banjo thing with it leaking, but listen, I bought it at AutoZone.
so they're all in line together. Didn't know it. I didn't even know that stuff. I didn't even know they had that. If you're in the automotive section, you should just have.
I was in automotive at Walmart, but they only had one black. They didn't have more than one black. So,
Right.
but I bet AutoZone did, but
So we're not going to use the tube, and I'll show you why I led the gaskets to the side. We're going to do the back one first so we don't have to reach. We're going to put a little extra in the corners before we start going. And make it the same height. That's a weird rattle.
mm-hmm.
There's that Frito-Lay air pocket. A little extra right there. I want a little more right there too. Lifted trucks, man. Professionals use caulk guns of silicone. A little extra, then start running at a nice speed. We'll hit another air pocket soon. It's hard to be perfect in such an imperfect world.
Yeah,
There shouldn't be no air in that. It's like running out of gas on your welder. That's a lot. That's thick on that front one. It's probably why I don't use the red, because I put it on too thick. Let it sit up for a few minutes. It's the best.
Well, yeah, let's do that. Just wait.
All right, when you use little rubber gaskets, they got little areas for these right here to sink into. But we're just going to put those right down in, this side up. We're going to put those right down into that silicone, just like that. Let that guy just sit right there. If you let it sit up a little bit, it'll kind of hold it in place. Never had one leak. You know what that means? This one will.
Oh gosh.
Give it a little, fill in a little gap right there. Finger weld it. Make sure all your holes are lined up. You got one good shot. M&M.
Yeah.
And good time to have a. It's gonna get dirty anyway, but every little smudge on that raw aluminum will just smudge the hell out of it. Leave a mark. Make sure you don't set it on there backwards. We're gonna go straight down. Hot Tua. Ain't been hearing that no more, have you? Good, thank God. Alright. It's kind of tricky because I left that valve cover on. Put a few bolts in it so not slides around. We're going to want washers. Yeah. You like my pretty green bolts?
I do. Fancy.
That's grade 8. That's like Ricky. He went to his grade 10.
He did. He got his grade 10.
Yeah.
You make my words, I'm gonna get my grade 10, and everybody else can just catch a boat to fuck off if he land.
I wish I knew more about the Canadian schooling system.
I mean, it's probably similar to ours if he's going to the 10.
Why don't they call it 10th grade?
Well, what if they only go to 10?
Then you don't. Why would you bring it up? If you've went the whole way, it ain't worth bringing up. I feel like it was a negative thing.
We need our Canadian friends to enlighten us.
Yeah. Dan here. What's your grade? What's the highest grade? Gotta be at least 12, huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't
They count
know.
different up there, though. You know?
They do.
That could be all different. You think it'll leak? No.
I don't.
I started doing jobs like this when I was 16, 15. If you put enough on there, now where are you going to have a problem with it leaking if you don't put enough on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why am I one bolt short? Probably dropped it down in the motor.
Oh my God.
Did I ever tell you about the nut down the old intake routine?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hold on a second. I seen a guy who's on YouTube talking on a podcast, and he put it a way I've never heard anybody put it. He said, when people see you when you come from nothing, people want to see you stay there. Well, the old bolt down the intake trick, there was this local guy who was kind of a scumbag. His son actually just got murdered recently in our town.
Oh man.
You know who we're going, you know who I'm
I
talking about?
do now. That don't happen a lot around here, so yeah, now I know.
I ain't really no hurry to tighten this down. I'm just getting my bolt snug down. We're almost there. Got time for a story. So the story I heard, I wasn't there. So you can never confirm. You just gotta rely on liars. So this little guy was kind of a scumbag. And this local guy who's still alive, businessman, and if people knew who he was, would be really surprised if they knew that's who I was talking about. But old man Dave had built him a motor. I don't know what it was, but he built him a motor, and it was like in this garage, and they were all drinking beer. And he was like really proud of his motor. That could look better, but it won't leak. See, if that was red, it would just be everywhere. So this guy who always had money, grew up, his family had money and stuff. For some reason, he didn't like it that old man had built that motor. Don't know. I never knew if this guy'd ever have anything fast or anything, so maybe that was his jealous angle. But I don't know. But apparently when no one was looking, he put a bolt down the intake of his fresh motor.
Dang, what a jerk.
Yeah. And it blew up upon startup, you know, but nobody ever knew. But when I heard about that, it was like a secret. And I
I ain't gonna say who did it. Everybody's gonna be on the edge of their seat. You wouldn't know them anyway. If I told you who did it, you wouldn't know anyway, right?
Yeah, some people might.
But when you come from nothing, people want to see you stay there. I don't get that. And old man Dave came from nothing, and he was proud that he was gonna have this sweet motor. And this guy, that felt like about 40. I'll show you how to torque this right here, okay? Usually I use longer handles, so I gotta change I gotta change it up in my head, but I'll tell you when I know it's good. You gotta lose a little for the extension. Right there. That's perfect. So right now, we don't want to drop a bolt down our intake.
No.
Set that on there. I should just drop the distributor real quick, but it's actually got wet silicone down in it. I can see it. What do I do with the socket? I know where it's probably at. I tightened the 4 in the middle already. Now, I'm going to work a crisscross pattern, right?
Yeah.
Because if you just tighten on this side, you might break the corner off. And I'll do the outer ones last. All right, that felt perfect. We got a bigger ratchet this time. Now I'm hooked. Oh, this one's all left-handed. I wonder who the automotive guest is down there this year.
I don't know.
That fucker there felt like it's stripped out. That's concerning. Huh. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Don't know why that would do that. Let's get a longer bolt. That solves everything, don't it?
Yes.
The other ones felt like they went in good. I had to crank the shit out of them. Ah! You gotta have something like this to stand on. Surely that hole ain't stripped. It's a damn steel head. Tell them about your music while I'm doing this real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're all going to be wondering where the good music went.
Listen, the music.
The day the music died.
Yeah. So the last 2 videos, I bought license for the music to use in our videos from the YouTube Studio app. And I used it in our videos, and I uploaded our videos, and I tagged that there's copyrighted material in there, and did everything I thought that I was supposed to do. And we are not monetized on either of those videos. So we paid $30 total for 6 songs, and we're not going to make any money off of those 2 videos.
So that's the last time.
So we're not going to do that again. We try to do everything right, and we love using real music, but you guys are just going to have to live with the music that...
That kicked her income in the face right at the worst possible time.
Right.
Because it goes down anyway.
It really sucks. So, there, you have that. There will not be any more cool music. I'm so sorry. I'm also sad about that, but we tried to do it the right way, and they still screwed us. So that's where we're at with that. No more music.
It's a real strict platform.
It really is.
3 strikes, you're out. Like, they'll just kick you out. 3 strikes. So, where's the distributor? Right here. I showed how to take it out. I'm going to drop it right back in. All right, going in. I got to go in. Okay. So, there's a slot on the bottom of the distributor, and it's a male-female type scenario. That's all you got to say, and people know what you're saying. So I need this to drop down in, but it won't quite drop down in. So what I can do is, because you're turning on a gear, but you're trying to line up a straight line, I can turn that a little bit. You can see it down in there. You want to take a clean something or another, stick it down in there, turn it a little bit. Sometimes different distributors, if they're more wore out, they'll click in on 2 or 3 different teeth. This one's just being finicky. See there? Mm-hmm. She's right in line, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. So, I'll come back later. We'll let everything set up. It's back in where it should have been. We didn't move the motor over. We didn't crank nothing over. Let this set up. Put the valve cover back on. Start putting it back together.
All right. Well, that's going to start our Sunday video and end our Sunday video. We got it home.
What do you think of that?
What do you guys think about that?
46 Ford, huh?
I'm real excited about it. We've got some good vision, and that was awesome. Jeremy just gave this to us. It was something that he wanted to see finished, so we're going to do that. And we're actually honored to be able to do that and make something cool out of it. And especially since it's local and it's got so much history, and Jeremy's a nice guy, so Peace and Grease is going to put that on the list.
I drove by that car for 20, 30 years, and here it sits in my house on my trailer. Price was right. If you're asking yourselves, what in the hell are they thinking? Price was right. This is a gift to see a new life.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. It's going to make some wicked yard art for a minute, because as you know, we got a few to go.
Yeah.
But I could see four-wheel drive, chassis, just some half-ton, some black wheels, V8, some pipes through the hood, barbed wire. I could see expanded metal for windows. I mean, this car's rough. Let's not beat around the bush. It's rough.
We're going with MadMax. You'll love it.
Yeah.
He's going to love it. We're going to love it. It's going to get a new life. We're excited.
Yeah, maybe we go to the wasteland. I think it's out in Arizona or something, out in the desert. You might see me in a damn assless chat driving that thing around. Get me a Brazilian butt lift. She says I got tiny little butt cheeks.
I told him that Sammy's butt cheeks are going to be bigger than his for too long. Show me your shirt.
Big banjo hoodie.
Well, we don't have those on our website, but we got t-shirts, we got hats, we got stickers. Make sure you get over to peaceandgrease.com and check those out. Get your orders in. A random dog?
Yeah, if it mauls me, don't
Oh,
stop
jeez, there is a random dog.
I'll kick it.
God dang. It got me so off track.
I was off track
in my,
looking at it over and stuff.
talking.
Another
What else we
adventure.
got? We'll see you guys on Wednesday. We're sad we didn't get to go to Florida. Again, we're sad that we're not going to be using real music. I'm going to tell you guys that again. Like, it
Can't
sucks.
afford it.
It really sucks. But we're not getting paid for those last 2 videos. And even though we don't make a lot, it all counts.
He's burning out.
So-
Everything. Look.
Oh, my dogs are going to freak
He's
when they
throwing-
come out here.
He's
peeing on our porch.
He's got 4-wheel drive. Look at it. Look at it.
I
He's
can't
throwing
see it.
rooster
I
tails.
can't show them from here. I don't think they can see it. I'm
Look
trying.
at it. You mother effer. That some bitch is throwing 10-foot roost.
Oh, God, it's seen us. There it
Whose
goes.
dog
Where
is
is it
that?
even going?
Get out of here.
Oh, my gosh. Random dog. All right. Well, we're wrapping it up. We hope you had a great week. We hope you had a great Sunday. We got to go in the house before we get dog
We'll
bit.
sell hoodies if you buy more t-shirts.
Yeah, that's true. God dang, that
I'm
thing's
disturbed by
crazy.
the dog. It's burning rubber.
We gotta go. We appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, buy your merch, join our memberships program. We are going to start tagging products. That's something that we get now too, as YouTube people that have 10,000 subscribers. This thing is like Lassie.
So we couldn't have got this on the trailer. We would have never got this on the trailer, and you'll see in the video, without the use of our MT85 Bobcat. Right?
Yeah.
That's a product.
That is a
A
product.
lot of you guys have watched us from the beginning use that. I've owned it 6 years, and It's original equipment. So Bobcat.
All right.
Pound.
We will-
Hashtag pound.
We'll catch you guys on Wednesday. We'll see ya.